Hey guys, welcome to Football Fantasy 11. Today it's a double upload day and right now I'm going to discuss English Premier League match between Aston Villa and West Ham. Actually Aston Villa is on a stunning run of form and when we compare the recent head-to-head stats as well, Aston Villa is better when we compare this with West Ham. But I'm expecting a tough competition from West Ham in this particular game and we are going to check out who are the key players of both Aston Villa and West Ham. Also, I'm going to discuss my team predictions for this particular game. Now, when we compare the head-to-head stats, till now they have played 23 matches between each other. In that 7 match was won by Aston Villa, 7 match ended up in a draw, and 9 matches was won by West Ham. And as I told you, when we compare the recent performance, West Ham have just one win in their last 5 games. And West Ham haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 5 games. That means they are conceding a lot of goals in this particular season. And when we compare the head-to-head stats between Aston Villa and West Ham, actually Aston Villa have been undefeated in the last 5 games against West Ham. The last game, Aston Villa defeated West Ham 2-1, where Onana and Rogers were the goal scorers and Paqueta were the goal scorer for West Ham. Then Aston Villa defeated West Ham 2-1, where Paqueta was the goal scorer for West Ham, Onana and Duran were the goal scorers for Aston Villa. Then West Ham and Aston Villa end up in a 1-1 draw when Antonio was the goal scorer for West Ham and Zaniolo was the goal scorer for Aston Villa. Then Aston Villa defeated West Ham 4-1 where David Luiz scored a brace along with Watkins and Bailey. And for West Ham, Bowen was the goal scorer. When we come at the league season so far, Aston Villa is currently 8th in the table. They have won 10 games, drawn 6 games, lost 6 games. They are scoring at a rate of 1.5 goals per match and they are conceding at a rate of 1.55 goals per match. That means Aston Villa in their 22 games have scored 33 goals but conceded 34 goals. And when it comes to the West Ham, they are currently 14th in the table. They have won 7 games, drawn 5 games, lost 10 games. They are scoring at a rate of 1.23 goals per match but they are conceding at a rate of 1.95 goals per match. That means West Ham in their 22 games have scored just 27 goals and conceded 43 goals. So that means that West Ham is conceding a lot goals. And I'm expecting Aston Villa to definitely score in this particular game. And based on the West Ham attack, I'm thinking that West Ham could score a goal in this particular game also. Now I'm going to check out the team performance of both Aston Villa and West Ham. When we compare Aston Villa's last 5 games, Aston Villa were being defeated by Monaco 1-0. Arsenal and Aston Villa end up in a 2-2 draw. Aston Villa defeated Everton 1-0. Aston Villa defeated West Ham 2-1. Aston Villa defeated Leicester 2-1. And when it comes to the goal stats, Watkins topped the list with 10 goals, Duran with 7 goals, Rogers with 6 goals, Barkley with 3 goals and Onana with 2 goals. When it comes to assists, Telemans topped the list with 4 assists, Rogers with 4 assists, Watkins with 4 assists, McGinn and Digne with 3 assists, Bailey and Ramsey with 2 assists. West Ham in their last 5 games, Crystal Palace defeated West Ham 2-0. West Ham have defeated Fulham 3-2. Aston Villa defeated West Ham 2-1. Manchester City defeated West Ham 4-1. Liverpool defeated West Ham 5-0. And when it comes to the goal stats, Bowen and Soucek top the list with 5 goals, Paqueta with 4 goals, Kudus with 3 goals, Fulrang and Bizaka with 2 goals. When it comes to assists, Bowen top the list with 4 assists, Ings with 2 assists, Antonio, Emerson, Fulrang, Soucek, Solar, Bizaka, Kilman, Kudus and Somerville each have 1 assist. Now I'm going to check out the key players of both West Ham and Aston Villa. Aston Villa actually play in 4-2-3-1 kind of a formation. Actually, they are pretty good defensively as well as in the attack as well. They are a much balanced team. Actually, Aston Villa under Emery is pretty good performing against the big teams as well. Now the key player of Aston Villa will be Watkins or Duran. Both of them don't start in the game. Either one will be starting and whoever is starting, they are scoring goals for Aston Villa. As I told you, Duran currently have 7 goals in his name. On the other hand, Watkins have 10 goals in his name. So both the centre forward are scoring goals for Aston Villa. Then Telemans is a key midfielder for Aston Villa as he can provide points defensively as well as offensively. Telemans have 1 goal and 4 assists in his name. Then Bailey or Ramsey. Both are the key wingers of the Aston Villa attack. Ramsey currently have 2 assists in his name. Bailey was injured earlier this season, but he is back in the starting lineup and he have 2 goals so far in his name. Now Rogers. Rogers is the another key player of Aston Villa. Aston Villa, when the Rogers is playing, is pretty good and pretty much providing goals and assists for Aston Villa. Rogers have 6 goals so far in his name. Rogers have 6 goals and 4 assists in his name. Then Konsa or Dine. Both are pretty good defenders for Aston Villa. Konsa will be key in the set pieces as he can provide goals in the set pieces. Konsa have 1 goal in his name. On the other hand, Lucas Digne will be key in the attacking ability or the attacking options for Aston Villa. Digne can constantly provide assists. Digne currently have 3 assists in his name. Then Aston Villa, Onana will be another key player. I'm not sure whether he is going to start in this particular game. If Onana starts, you have to include him because Onana can provide goals for Aston Villa. But Onana is currently out injured and whoever replaces him might be Kamara, but Kamara is not that impactful for Aston Villa. But the another impact player for the Aston Villa will be David Mullen. If David Mullen start in this particular game instead of Bailey, then you can directly include David Mullen as well. David Mullen was actually injured so far in this particular season, and if he is back, he can provide scores or goals for Aston Villa. Now, when it comes to West Ham actually play in 3-4-2-1 kind of a formation. You could see that they are much more defensively minded currently. Earlier they play in 4-2-3-1 kind of a formation, but right now, since they are conceding a lot of goals, they have actually changed the formation to 3-4-2-1 kind of formation. In that, Bowen or Kudus will be key for West Ham. Actually, Bowen is out injured, unfortunately. That's why you can include Kudus instead of Bowen. If Bowen was there, he will be the most valuable player for West Ham. But if you include Kudus, he currently have 3 goals and 1 assist in his name. Then Soucek is another key player for West Ham because Soucek, even though he is a midfielder, he is providing goals for West Ham. He currently have 5 goals and 1 assist in his name. Then Paqueta is another key midfield options of West Ham. Paqueta was not in a good run of form earlier this season, but when we come at the recent games, Paqueta is constantly providing goals for West Ham. Paqueta currently have 4 goals in his name. Then Emerson is a pretty good wing-back option for West Ham. He currently have 1 goal and 1 assist in his name. Then Bissaka or Kilman. Both are pretty good defensively and they can provide offensive points as well. Bissaka have 2 goals and 1 assist in his name. And Kilman have 1 assist in his name. Then Somerville or Solar. Both are pretty good midfield options for West Ham. But Somerville is unfortunately injured, so I'm not sure that he's going to take part in this particular game. So instead of him, Solar could be the starter and Solar have 1 goal in his name. And Solar have also scored for West Ham in the recent game as well. So when we compare the recent performance, Solar is pretty good. Now we are going to provide you the combined key plays of both Aston Villa and West Ham. Don't try to skip Digne, Cash and Konsa of Aston Villa. Bissaka and Emerson will be key for West Ham United. And in the midfield, you can go with Telemans, Rogers and Ramsey along with Soucek from the West Ham side. Sorry, I have added actually West Ham over here. It's actually Telemans, Rogers and Ramsey will be key for Aston Villa. Then Soucek, Paqueta and Solar will be key for West Ham. Then Watkins or Durrell will be key for Aston Villa. Bailey will be the key player of Aston Villa. Kudus and Ings will be key for West Ham United. And the goalkeeper choice, you can go with Fabianski. Now I'm going to provide my team predictions for this particular game. I'm going to split my team into 5 possible outcomes. Those outcomes will be Aston Villa defeating West Ham 1-0, West Ham defeating Aston Villa 1-0, Aston Villa defeating West Ham 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a goal margin, Aston Villa and West Ham ending up in 1-1 or 2-2 draw, and finally West Ham United defeating Aston Villa 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a goal margin. In the first scenario where Aston Villa defeating West Ham 1-0, you have to include all the 4 defenders of Aston Villa in your starting lineup. Whoever is in the starting lineup, you have to include them in your Dream 11 side. I'm going to go with Dine, Mins, Konsa and Cash from Aston Villa and Van Bissaka or Emerson from West Ham United. And in the goalkeeper, I am going with Fabianski. And in the midfield choice, I go with Rogers, Soucek, Telemans and Paqueta. And my attacking choice will be either Duran or Watkins. Both of them won't be starting for Aston Villa. Either one of them will be starting, and whoever is starting, you can prefer them. Or if you think that this player can score as a substitute, then you can include that one as well. Because both Duran and Watkins can provide goals for Aston Villa. And both Duran or Watkins can be your captain choice. Rogers can be your captain or even vice captain choice. Telemans can be your vice captain choice. Then my next team is West Ham defeating Aston Villa 1-0, where I'm gonna include all the 4 starting defenders of West Ham United in my Dream 11 team. So my team will be Emerson, Kilman, Cresswell or Kofel along with Bizaka. And I'm gonna go with Lucas Digne or Cash from Aston Villa. And my goalkeeper choice will be Fabianski. And in the midfield I go with Rogers, Soucek, Paqueta, Solar or Kudus. And all these 3 can be your captain choice as well, along with Telemans. And in the attacking choice, I'm going to go with Duran or Watkins. Whoever is in the attacking option for Aston Villa, they are gonna shoot on target points. So you can include them in your lineup even though Aston Villa won't score goals. Now, in that Paqueta, Solar or Kudus can be my captain choice. Soucek can be my captain choice. Van Bissaka and Emerson can be my vice captain choice. Now when it comes to the next team where Aston Villa defeating West Ham 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a goal margin, I'm going to put only 3 defenders and those will be Dine, Cash, Van Bissaka or Emerson. And in the midfield, I'm going to go with Ramsey, Soucek, Paqueta or Solar, Telemans and Rogers. And in the attacking choice, I go with Kudus, Duran or Watkins. In the Duran or Watkins can be my captain choice. Rogers can be my captain or even vice captain choice. Paqueta or Solar can be my vice captain choice and Soucek can be my vice captain choice. Now the next scenario where West Ham defeating Aston Villa 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a goal margin, my team will be similar to my previous team. In the midfield, I'm going to go with Rogers, Soucek, Telemans, Solar and Paqueta. And in the attacking, I'm going to go with Kudus, Duran or Watkins. In that, Kudus can be my captain or even vice captain choice. Soucek can be my captain or vice captain choice. Solar and Paqueta can be my captain or even vice captain choice. And Rogers from Aston Villa can be my vice captain choice. Duran or Watkins can be my vice captain choice. And the defensive lineup, I'm going to go with the same as my previous team. So previous team and this team are almost similar and I'm going to switch between the captain and the vice captain choice only. And the next scenario were Aston Villa and West Ham ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. In this particular scenario also, my team will be similar to my previous team. The defensive choice are almost similar. I'm going to go with Dine, Cash, Bissaka or Emerson. And in the midfield it will be Rogers, Soucek, Solar or Ramsey along with Telemans and Paqueta. And in the attacking choice, I'm going to go with Kudus, Duran or Watkins. In that Kudus, Duran or Watkins can be my captain or even vice captain choice. Rogers, Soucek, Paqueta can be my captain or even vice captain choice. Now I'm going to provide my personal prediction for this particular game. This is purely based on my personal predictions and my prediction. I'm going to take some risk in this Dream 11 side. So my personal prediction for this particular game is Aston Villa defeating West Ham 2-1. Where Duran and Bailey will be the goal scorers for Aston Villa and the assist providers will be Rogers and Telemans. And for West Ham, Kudus will score a goal for West Ham and the assist will be by Soucek. This is purely based on my expectation. You can provide or you can predict your own predictions and you can provide that in the comments down below. It will be fun to see your prediction as well. But this is my prediction and my team based on that. As I told you, I am going to go with something risky. That's why I have included Bailey in my squad and I am putting him as the vice captain as well. I am personally thinking that Bailey will be having a better game in this particular match. If you think that Bailey is risky, then you can entirely skip Bailey and you can provide your own prediction as well or your own player as well. And please keep in mind the key players which I have already provided in this particular video. Now my team for this Dream 11 will be Fabianski in the goalkeeper choice, Lucas Digne, Cash and Van Bissaka in the defense. Rogers, Paqueta, Soucek, Telemans and Bailey in the midfield. Kudus and Duran in the attacking choice. In the Duran will be my captain and Bailey will be my vice captain choice. I hope that I have provided all the information that you need. Hopefully you like my video. If you like this, please subscribe and share it with your friends.